Alrighty YouTube, welcome back to my disaster of a project. Last time you would have watched me weld in these silly little panels that I had like a month ago, but I forgot I had to do all this other stuff to the frame in order to actually put them in. And now I'm moving on to the final piece to put the gas tank in the frame for good. As you know, I made this cradle, which actually turned out to be super solid, holds my fat ass up, but this is only half of the battle. I want to say I've mentioned a few times that I was getting these straps in the mail, and they may look like just a little flimsy mess of, well, sheet metal really, because that's what they are. Let me show you what they're supposed to do. Okay, so let's go and grab the tank, get it in place, and install a strap in. All right, thanks for watching. See you next time. I'm just kidding, I wish it were that easy. So I have referred to these lower pieces as straps a few times. They're really just a cradle. They're not a serviceable component. As you can see, like the giant chunk of metal they're made out of, they're meant to be, you know, somewhat permanent, albeit removable, so you can actually get the tank out once you release the actual straps. These have a bolt on them so you can adjust how tight your tank is mounted into the frame. And these flimsy pieces of garbage are just designed to sit on top of the tank, much like this. And they attach to something which doesn't exist yet on the back, and then you tighten said bolt here to suck the tank down to where it's gonna be. I'm gonna keep the design for this super simple. It took a few versions in my head to figure out what I wanted to do, and I wanna say the easiest way, depending on how high those guys are sitting, it actually looks pretty good. What I'm gonna do is run a bar of metal, hold up, back up a sec. What I'm gonna do is box this triangle in on each side, and then I'm gonna run a plate, not a plate, a bar, much like the stuff I used for this cross member, across, so I can bend these flat, wherever flat is, you know, like here. So I can bolt those down. I'm gonna have to chop these bolts off, make them shorter, or just get shorter bolts. And then that will affix it there. And I have bought just some angle iron. So this guy, how can I show you this? Ignore the fact that it's not gonna sit flush, but this is gonna sit, whoa, hello. Like this, just imagine it's, you know, flat on the bar. There, something like that. Whether I might have to kick it up a bit just to deal with the angle that bolt's coming in. And then this strap is gonna run through here, through a hole in the strap, and it's gonna tighten down that way. It'll make more sense once I install it, so let me cut some pieces out and I'll show you. I'm gonna need to just take a generic measurement so I know where to start from. 28 inches. I'd probably get away with a piece 2 feet long, honestly. 2 feet will be fine, because it's gonna be sitting on top of this anyways, right?
Yeah, 666, 4 foot. I gave it to him, picked up my windshield washer fluid as well. Yeah, it's a lot of,
Close enough, at least. Use them muscly boy fingers. There we go. You know what? No, we're gonna go the full span of this bar, which is, like I said, roughly 28 inches, so we'll go cut a piece 28. 28 is right here. That is, it's not the straightest cut in the universe. Let's see how wide that is. Basically flush to the top of that bar. There's those two. Cut it with the weld. And this side, we'll trim it the same. I think we'll be fine. Yeah, I'll go trim them both the same and I'll come back. Just gonna give them a real quick shot of paint and then that'll be probably fine. Yeet. Get the tank back in here, watch the fingers like always. Evacuate some of my welding fumes. Let's get these in place. Now I know exactly what angle I'm gonna need to cut this pipe at. Pipe? Tube? Whatever you want to call it. Can I? Oh, I can. And I'm thinking basically flush with the top of this bar is gonna be good, actually. It's a good thing I cut out the full length of that bar. right, let's go cut that off and get some place. Alrighty, let's go fit this guy in place. Honestly, that's not bad. And honestly, it doesn't look too out of place with the rest of the geometry here because it's flat on the bottom and it'll be flat on the top. So, God, that works out perfectly. That's actually gonna work so well. Look at that. Then I'll just have to get some bolts that'll drop through these guys and then I can work on the front half and we'll be pretty much done this already. Yeah, she's strong. Now, do I dare try to weld that bottom seam? Yep, that's good enough for me. All right, cool. Basically, right over top of the bolts that I've already got there will be good. Like I originally said, I was gonna have it so the L was up this way. I'm gonna flip that just so I have some more adjustment in these bolts. But let's cut this to the length of, the length of between the two straps. We'll leave a little bit of extra, so we'll call it 15. And if we do 16, then we can angle the corners, maybe 17. Yeah, we'll do 17 because then we can angle the corners off and make it look a little nicer. Alrighty, here's what we got. Like I said, I just 45'd off the ends, and now this guy will fit in here very nicely. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just cut some slots so I can weld around and then, like tack all the way across and then weld the edges on, and I think that'll be plenty strong for what I need. I gotta cut a slot pretty much all the way back. Holy. Alright, it's a good thing I did that off camera because this took me way longer than I expected. I just cut 2 little notches out of that, prepped all the surfaces to get the scale off of the angle iron, but otherwise, that's gonna fit in there, just like that. Weld it in place and drill some holes, it'll be good. How's my battery doing? We're getting low, I should better finish this. Okay, my camera battery died right when I was trying to show you. These welds actually turned out really good. I'm happy with that. I definitely didn't need to weld the whole thing on, but it's super strong and it's not gonna go anywhere. Yeah, it's for a gas tank, but that's besides the point. Now, what I'm gonna do is what did I say? I said I was gonna drill my holes centered with these bolts here. I'm gonna take a pilot bit and just kind of drill it level with the tip of this bolt and through the back for both of them. And I'm gonna need to widen it just a little bit for the stud because it's gonna be coming down at an angle. It should be okay. I think those studs are 3/8. Yes. We'll go 1 size up from 3/8 and call that good. Maybe 2 sizes. Yeah, I think we'll be fine. So I should be able to, oh yes, that's perfect. Wow, that couldn't have worked any better. That is not a straight drill bit. Oh well. All right, let's bolt it in. Let's bolt it in. Oh, I'm so excited. It's gonna be perfect. Well, as perfect as it can be in my standards. Okay, right there. And right there. That's so good, yes! I'm so happy. I struggled with this for so long because I didn't know exactly how I was gonna do it, and the fact that this works as well as it does is incredible. So we'll go bolts down. Hopefully those are, oh, those aren't long enough. Oh shit. Okay, these aren't the right thread size. Let's just pretend they are because they're all that I currently have with me. For this purpose, they will be fine. All right, note to self, go buy more bolts. These nuts do have teeth to lock them in, but I'm gonna use a lock washer just for my own sanity. I can tell you for sure that tank ain't going anywhere. Well, I think. Let's see, can we move this at all by hand? No. No, that thing is in there good. This is questionable. I might need to make like a little spacer block or just take some pliers and, you know, bend this to the degree that these are coming in at. But that, apart from maybe some insulation foam, that's tank installed. We know the lines are already done and the wiring is already done. So I just have to plumb those, but I'll honestly probably do that off camera just because it's so simple. Unless I choose to do unions on the lines, then I'll probably go through that. Otherwise, that's tank installed. That was way smoother than I expected it to be. From here now, I'm thinking I might add some just support braces between this bar and this bottom bar, just to add a little bit more structure. Otherwise, I think that's gonna be it for today. I hope you enjoyed that process. It was lots of fun for me, and I hope you come back for more. Thanks for watching.